All right, guys and gals, Coach Dale here. I've got the Aftershokz Aeropex bone conduction headphones. Now, what is bone conduction? That means your ears are open. And so they sit on the side of your ears in your temple, and the vibration actually provides the sound. One of the cool things about these things is that when you stick a earplug in your ear, the sound actually gets better. It goes more noise canceling headphone style. So a lot of people get worried about the lack of sound because your ears are open. Seriously, all you have to do is plug your ears and the sound gets way, way better. One of the things that is misinterpreted about bone conduction and open ear headphones is that your ears are open, but the sound on these is still very, very good. So it's actually still hard to hear things around you, in my opinion. So I wouldn't say that these are really, really safe for riding and stuff like that. I have ridden with them. Usually I ride with them just on and have my phone connected in case I need to take a phone call or something like that from the family. But overall, the sound is just a little bit too loud for you to hear like a car coming on your six. So with bone conduction, the little apparatus here sit on your temple, and it vibrates the temple, and it basically sends the sound through the temple versus the inner ear. So one of the main reasons why I went with the bone conduction headphones versus the in-ear headphones like AirPods and some of the other ones, I've done some reviews on inner ear headphones, but they never stay in my ears. I wasn't real concerned about having open ears and being able to hear things around me, because again, I really don't think these are super safe for like riding a bike with. But you don't have to worry about the AirPods or the headphones falling out of your ears. They stay in place. They just hook over the ears really easily, and they just stay in place. And even if they move a little bit, it still has great sound. They don't bounce. So a lot of people, one of the big things in the reviewer world is that shock, like when you're running, like if the back end of the headphones or something like that, it bounces and kind of creates that vibration in your ear. You don't get the headphone shock from these while you're running. So that's super nice. The other reason why I went toward these is because I sweat a ton. And if you've ever sweat into some foam or some other rubber like headphones, you'll either eventually kill them, or they get so soggy that the sweat can't get out of your ear, and so you basically end up like you're swimming, like you have water in your ear. I kind of did a lot of research on bone conduction headphones before I jumped into it, but that was my major selling point, was just getting those things out of my ears and not having something in my ear that was going to fall out eventually. I cannot tell you how many times I've been on the side of the road cursing because I've lost a headphone. It just fell out of my ear. So this is a big plus one for me, is having the bone conduction, having nothing in your ears, nothing that can fall, nothing that moves around, doesn't shock, doesn't vibrate when you're running. So really good style of headphone. Now, some of the other main features of the Aeropex is the titanium build. The back part of the main body of the headphones is made out of titanium. They flex really well. You can bend them. There's a lot of companies that make frames for glasses and stuff out of titanium. It's kind of the same idea. So you don't really have to worry about stuffing them in a bag and having them get crushed and stuff like that. So the titanium build wasn't really a selling point for me, but it's kind of nice to have the flexibility there. Another feature is waterproof. These are like really, so I don't know, whatever the term is, IPX476.5, they're waterproof, all right? And they can go pretty deep into the water. However, you cannot swim with these and have the sound sustain. I tested it. They said you couldn't, and I was like, yeah, right. And I went and did it anyways. And as soon as you get your head underwater, the Bluetooth signal drops out. Bluetooth doesn't transmit underwater. So they do make a version that is swim friendly and that you can get, that has a transmitter that will shoot the signal underwater. But the Aeropex does not work that way. One of the things that I'm not a huge fan on these, this is like one of my only knocks on the Aeropex, is that it doesn't pair well with multiple devices. So sometimes I'm running on the treadmill, I'll have it paired to my iPad. Sometimes I'll be running and I'll have it paired to my Garmin or my phone or something like that. Basically, whatever it was paired with last, or in my experience, I haven't figured this out yet, whatever it was paired with last, it jumps on that first. And so when I'm like outside, ready to go for a run, and I turn them on and it says, "Welcome to Aftershokz," it jumps on the last thing I was using. So if my last workout was on the iPad, it jumps to the iPad. So then I have to come back inside, turn off Bluetooth on my iPad, and then resync it via Bluetooth on my phone or Apple Watch or whatever I'm using at the time. So it says multiple pairing on the box features, but I haven't successfully done that very well. So that's not super user-friendly. Not a huge deal. I'm not lazy, so I will walk inside and turn the Bluetooth off. But just kind of one of those things where it says it will pair with multiple devices, but haven't figured it out yet. So overall, the battery life on these things is really good. I usually I use them probably 3 to 4 times a week for 45 minutes to an hour. And sometimes I'll use them for Zoom calls, or I'll use them in the car talking on the phone because we live in a hands-free state. So I use them quite a bit. And I really only charge these things maybe once every 2 weeks. It says 8 hours of battery life. I've definitely gotten that out of it. Maybe sometimes a little bit better depending on what you're doing with it and how much volume you're using with it. Overall, in my opinion, battery life is fantastic on these things. So one of the big things that people want to know on headphones specifically is sound quality. Now, if you own a pair of like Bose noise canceling headphones, something like that, it's going to be a little bit different, especially with the open ear concept. You can still get sound from everything else around you. So don't expect for these things to sound like a set of noise canceling Beats or Bose headphones. But as you're wearing them, if you do plug your ears and you get that noise canceling effect, the sound is so much better. The bass gets richer. It just improves significantly. And I actually know several pilots who use these in flying, and then when they're actually having to fly in a plane, they throw the earplugs in. Actually, they provide earplugs. Throw earplugs in, and you get the noise canceling effect, and the sound quality goes way up. So one of the cool things about these is that you can take calls while you're using them. There is a microphone in the right side contact point, and all you have to do is hit the left side button here, and you will answer your call. So honestly, the microphone in this, don't expect stereo quality sound from it. It's going to be much like what you would get from like your like an iMac built-in microphone. It's not stupendous. It's decent, and I've actually tested some recordings on this versus some of the other microphones that we use for videos and stuff like that. And it is a little, I would say, robotic at times, but for a phone call, it's totally sufficient. So the Aeropex comes in a really nice packaging. It comes with 2 chargers, so that's awesome because it has a proprietary magnetic charging port on the bottom of the headphone. It comes with 2, so you can store one by your computer. You can store one, carry one with you at all times. Just a simple USB plug-in. It also comes with a little silicone carrying case, which is kind of nice. And again, it comes with those little foam earplugs as well. If you're gonna purchase them, they come in several colors. You can get them in blue, red, gray, black. So there's several options there. They come with a 2-year warranty. Now, I haven't had to contact customer service on them yet because I haven't had any problems with them. They do pair up. When you are, I will say, when you are pairing them the first time, you simply hold the power button beyond it just powering on. It'll say pairing. You'll find it in 2 seconds and it will pair up really quickly. It's kind of, it's one of the faster items that I own, Bluetooth items that pairs really fast. Comes with a 2-year warranty, and you're looking at $130 for the headphones. Now you compare that to something like the AirPods that are somewhere around $200 to $250, and I would totally go with the Aftershokz, in my opinion. So by the way, this video is in no way, shape, or form sponsored by Aftershokz. I put my hard-earned cash into these, but if you want us to review any other products, by all means, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and we'll make sure that we give an honest review on any product that you want to know more about. As always, we appreciate any and all likes, comments, and shares. It really helps the channel out. It's like a virtual high five. So until next time, adios.